Hey everyone, this is your trainer from the Akron Summit County Library from the Electronic Service Division. Today I'm going to talk about the backstage view from the print, which we have seen in our previous clips already. Backstage view is when you click on the file and when you click on the print, this is how you see before you print out your actual spreadsheet. How is it going to be seen? That's the backstage view. And I believe I have shown you how to see the page orientation in my previous clip. But there are more buttons here on the left side that I wanted to explain a little more. This copies mean you are printing only one copy of the spreadsheet that you are looking at right now. But if you wanted to print more than one copy, you have to click the up arrow to make it more. To reduce the number, you got to click the down arrow to reduce it. The other one is if you're connected to more than one printer. If you click the drop-down arrow, you will see all the other printers available for you to print your spreadsheet. To get away from this menu, you click back on the arrow. The next one I wanted to explain is if you wanted to print only the certain number of sheets on this active worksheet, you can tell from here we have 4 pages available. Let's say you want to only print first page, you can do click inside of it page 1 to page 1, and you click it away. Then you are going to be printing page 1 through page 1, meaning just the first page of that active sheet you're looking at right now. But there are times you have more than one sheets in your workbook. I'm going to show you what I mean by that by clicking back on the main button. I'm going to click this back button. I'm going to show you we are looking at the spreadsheet, or I'm sorry, workbook name called Excel Part 3 workbook. In there we have 3 worksheets. Only the first one, January worksheet, is active. So when you want to print, I'm going to go back to File and Print. The print active worksheets will only print the January worksheets. But if you wanted to print all the worksheets in the workbook, even though they may not be active as of now, but if you do want to print that, you click the drop-down arrow, you can choose print the entire workbook. As you may notice, the number of pages went from 4 pages to 6 pages because we are now setting to print the entire workbook. The collation mean if you want to print all the page 1s together, all the page 2s together, which is uncollated, or you wanted to print all the pages 1 through 6 in your first copy, 1 through 6 in your second copy, that is going to be associating with number of copies you print. Again, to get away from this menu, you click on the arrow. The next one is print orientation. We have looked at it already from the main menu, but this is how you would change the orientation from the print backstage view. Right now it is in portrait. If you want to print in landscape, you click on the landscape view button. Now you can see a different style, landscape style. You can also change the size of the paper from here. Normally 8.5 by 11 is by default, but if you have the bigger size or any other size, you can choose from here. Again, to get away from this, you click the arrow again to narrow down. The margin can also be changed from here. Right now we are in normal margin. Do you want the white margin? Do you want the narrow margin? You can change from this. The next one is no scaling or scaling. In one of my previous clips, I show you how to shrink the data just to fit on a one single page. Okay, so you can do from here as well. Let's say if I do fit sheet on one page, and remember we are doing these 3 different worksheets, January worksheets and 2 other sheets. So my January worksheets now fit on the one sheet, and my second worksheet also fit on the one sheet. My third worksheet also fit on the one page, I should say. So that is how you would change the scaling. You also see this page setup. So if I click on it, as so we got the page setup dialog box from the main menu. You can see you can change the page orientation, margin, header and footer from here, or you can change the sheet grid line. If you want to see the grid line, you can change from here as well. Last but not least, on the right side, we have one little button that might be pretty useful for you. This is called the margin, show margin button. So I'm going to click on that. By doing so, all these little black tabs marking not only the margin, but also the individual cell or the column should come up. Let's say on my page number 3, I have plenty of space on the right side. What if I wanted to change the margin on the left side? Instead of changing it from the margin tab here, I can simply point to that margin marker over here, hold down my left mouse button, I can drag it inside. By doing so, I am changing the left side margin, giving more margin on the left side on this particular page. And I can also change the column width from here. Let's say I want to change the second column a little wider than this. I am going to go between this two, my second and third column. I'm going to point to that as if I am changing the column margin in the spreadsheet between column. Let's say this is going to be column A, this is going to be column B, this is column C. As if I'm changing between B and C. I'm going to point to that, hold down my left mouse margin, and I can drag it out to change my column width B. That is how you would change the margin from this margin view. Again, this training is brought to you by the Akron Summit County Library by the Electronic Service Division, and thank you for watching.